Hey, it's Bob the Hippie Gardener, and we want to talk about planting garlic today. To start off with, let's talk about the types of garlic that you can plant. There's two main kinds of garlic, that being hardneck garlic, which is like this one, and you can see that it has a very solid stem in there. That's hard like a tree almost. And then softneck garlic, and softneck garlic is got a soft neck just like that. You'll often see these people braid this and they put it they hang it up in braided garlic. So if you see braided garlic, it's a soft neck garlic. So what's the difference between these two? Well, for one thing, if you notice, this particular variety of hardneck garlic has very big cloves. This is called music garlic that we're going to be planting today. And that's the only hardneck garlic I like to plant. This other one is called Nucta Rose. And you can see the bulbs aren't that much bigger, but this one's got, the bulbs are, the cloves are a lot smaller on this. They're not that much smaller. Some of the outside ones are pretty big, but compared to the hardneck one and this one, yeah, there's a big difference. So when you plant garlic, oh, there's a third type of garlic. That's called elephant garlic. And I'll show you a clove of that. This is the soft neck, this is the hard neck, this is elephant garlic. And elephant garlic you also plant in the fall, but it really isn't a true garlic. It's more related to leeks and has a milder flavor than garlic. So I like to plant it. So we're going to plant all three kinds today. We're going to start with this elephant garlic. So without all garlic that you want to plant them in rows about a foot apart. You want them 2 to 4 inches deep. And then you also want them about 6 inches, at least the elephant garlic, you want about 6 inches apart because the heads are a lot bigger. So I'm going to come in here and all I'm going to do is just push these down a little ways so that when I get done and I put the dirt over the top, you can see that I'm going to have about 2 inches of dirt in there. That's what I'm trying to do. So you have to excuse my neighbor's leaf blower over there. And we're going to go right down the rows here. And you always want to make sure that you plant the blunt end down, because there's a point, but the roots come out on the bottom, so you always want to make sure you plant that bottom part down. Oh, that's a big clove of garlic. Wow. I have to come over here to get the last one. Okay, so then what you want to do with these is you want to mound them up just a little bit like that. Make sure they're all deep enough. Okay, so that's the elephant garlic. So now we're going to plant some music garlic. And I like this kind of garlic because the size of the cloves. For a regular garlic, the cloves are huge. So I like music. I highly recommend. This is the 3rd year I've grown it, and I saved my best bulbs of garlic to get the seed out of when I harvest it. So I know that I saved the best one, the biggest ones. Because the bigger the garlic you plant, the bigger the garlic's going to be. So we have the same thing, except we're going to space them a little bit closer. Because they don't take up this, the sets won't be quite as big. And I have prepared this ground ahead of time, so it has been, it's had lots of compost and some aged chicken manure in it, some composted chicken manure. So it's looking good. I know you can see what I was talking about with the hard neck garlic. That's not like the soft neck, that's hard neck. And come over to the other side to finish that. And continue going right down the row with them. Getting them about 2 inches deep. Then when we're done with this, what we're going to do is we're going to zip up these rows, and then we're going to cover it with about 2 inches of compost, or mulch in this case. I've already put a bunch of compost in this bed. And you can see these just come right off of there, like that. And we're almost done down the row here. So then we just mound those up a little bit, like that. Get the rest of these over here. And I watered in this bed really well for the last 2 days. So it's pretty much wet all the way down. But if your bed isn't, you would want to water your garlic in. I'm not going to do that in this case because I know that it's nice and wet already. So the only remaining thing I got to do is to put some mulch on here. And we're going to use straw in this case. Pretty simple to do. And I've got some straw that has been sitting in the weather rotting, which is what you want. And we're just going to cover this all up with it. And you want at least a couple of inches, maybe 3-4 inches maybe. And this will mat down quite a bit later. Yeah. And what you're trying to do by planting this in the fall is you want the garlic bulbs underground not to freeze, hopefully. So that's why we're going to mulch them. But you want them to start growing yet this year, which they will do under the ground. And then they'll kind of go dormant for a while in the winter. And then they'll take off in early spring as soon as the ground gets in the 40s. So you want to plant garlic in the fall a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before your first frost. And we're in October. It's the 12th today, I believe. And so this is our frost is due anytime, with none predicted for the next few days. But technically it could happen in the next 10 days. So this is the time to plant garlic, and that's how you do it. Be sure to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Happy gardening.